I am Dr. Jameson Mercier, Doctor of Marriage and Family Therapy, licensed clinical social worker.
Hi, my name is Mercier. I am the wife mentor. I'm also the creator of Wifeidence. Hi, Jay. And my French club.
We would help each other, or I would help her.
Yes.
On some of her French exams. And we really didn't start dating until that night of graduation.
Yes. Friends and family were supposed to meet us for dinner to celebrate. It was the first time I really eye-to-eye conversation. Okay. We took what are your dreams? It took it a little bit further. And I was like, ooh, he has a nice smile. So we made it official.
June 1. Okay.
So we have been dating now for 15 years. Our very first obstacle was Jay didn't find the job. I got called 28 days after or 30 days after having Adriel to go and work as a teacher. And so we looked at each other. The roles reversed. He became a full-time student. I became the provider.
Yeah, full-time student and stay-at-home dad.
Yes. So it was a roller coaster of ups and downs, learning and growing, frustration, resentment.
And looking back, I know there were times where I was dealing with some depression. Well, it took a toll on you and the marriage.
Yeah, it did.
You almost separated.
Yeah. Not just separated, but actually I asked for a divorce.
And so it was at that point I said, listen, I think we need to go to counseling. I understood that this happens to couples. Couples don't always get along. And I knew we just need to get some outside information. Because I tried to counsel us, and that would not work.
It wasn't.
That doesn't work. I said, okay, you don't want to go to counseling. You don't want to stay married. I said, all right, I'm going, whether you come or not. And this is where it's going to be. This is when it's going to be. You figure out for yourself what you want to do. And I left it at that.
And so a skillful, trained therapist saved our marriage in one session.
Yeah. One very intense
session. If we could love each other unconditionally, have this amazing relationship, and still divorce come up in our marriage, and we heal from it, now we're on this mission to help other relationships thrive without experiencing what we have experienced, because we know the steps to get you to overcome the trials. And making this decision to go onto this mission and be very passionate about it is not just for the husband, it's not just for the wife, it is really for the children, because the children reap what you as a parent sow. So if you're not happy in your relationship, more than likely they'll define love by your standard.
Again, mental health, relationships, couples work, it's about healing, restoring, whether you're not quite sure as a wife, whether you're not quite sure as a husband being a provider, and you're dealing with the pressures of providing, or we have some unresolved issues, that's our assignment. Our assignment is to help you work out those issues to get to where you want to be, or where God wants you to be. At Mercier Wellness and Consulting, we sit with you and we take a look at the dynamics within the relationships, within the family, to dissect, figure out where the issues lie.
Good, bad, and the very, very ugly.
We'll take a look at what you've tried, which perhaps may not have been as successful, or some of the total failures. It's okay. But we believe working together, we'll be able to move in small steps and to ultimately
create the big changes that you want. I'm Mercier, the wife mentor, creator of Wifeidence, and co-founder of Mercier Wellness and Consulting.
And I'm Dr. James Mercier, licensed clinical social worker, doctor of marriage and family therapy, founder of Manfident, and co-founder of Mercier Wellness and Consulting. And together, we hope to work with you.